This is my goal. I have my peace of mind. This is my time to shine. This is my golden time.
Om Shanti and good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to share my pleasure that today I got this opportunity to introduce Sister Niharika on this platform. So, I would love to tell you that by profession, you are a double graduate in Bachelor of Arts and Aeronautical Engineering. You had given your services to North East Shuttles Airlines as an engineer and also served Barclays Bank as an investment banker. You have been experiencing the practice of Rajyoga for last 10 years and you are surrendered since totally dedicated for last 6 years. You are conduct sessions on happy living, wisdom of life, work-life balance with meditation, spirituality for empowerment. This is a short introduction about Sister Niharika. Now, I would like to give you some important guidelines, all my dearest participants, which you all have to follow for better experience for this Raj Yoga meditation session. You are requested that, if possible, then use the headphone for this course for clear sound. You are also requested that please be seated at silent space in our office or home so no one will disturb you during session and it is for your better experience. Second most important thing that if any query arise during session, you can ask through chat only at the end of the class as all of you will kept muted during the session and you will not able to unmute yourself. So you can note your questions in your diary and ask at the end when you will informed. Sister Niharika will give live answers of your queries. With these words, I would like to pause my voice and call Sister Niharika to continue this class. Now you all will welcome Didi, Sister Niharika by raising your hands. Thank you now. Over to Sister Niharika.
Om Shanti. Good morning, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Am I audible? Could you please raise your hand and confirm me? Yes, am I audible?
Yes.
A very warm welcome to this session. Here we all are together to conduct, to discuss about what is meditation and how this will help you to make your life better. The session I would start, and today is a basic introduction of what is meditation, how do we practice this, and how this Raj Yoga, this meditation will bring your life to to the better version of you. Okay, so what is this word called meditation? What does this mean exactly? So, meditation is something is to connect with the innate. There is another word is when I say innate, see, we all are human beings. When I say human beings, it is made up of two words, human and beings. So human is made of, as the word defines itself, humus. And the being is the viable part into this body in the humus. So medication is the word is to heal the body, wherein meditation is something connected with the healing up the soul, with the innate, the viable part which makes this body alive. Okay, as all of us know, a person, a human being, become alive or become or die when the viable part or the energy leaves the body, isn't it? So that viable part or that energy which makes the body alive is something that how we need to charge, and this can be done by meditation. So this is a process. Firstly, to know yourself completely. So as to what actually who you are and how do you react to what is outside. These two things that we need to discuss and focus on. So who we are, as I said, human being. Okay, so when I say or when somebody say, who are you, could you please introduce yourself? As sister introduced me, said my name, Sister Niharika, or anyone says, okay, who are you? So we introduce ourselves by our name. Are we actually that, the person been named by, or something else? I said, my name is this. This is mine. It's not me. There is always a difference between me and mine. And this is these two words that we kept on telling or using throughout the day and throughout our life, isn't it? So what is the difference between me and mine? And what is this? What is the importance of knowing this? How this will be helpful? Because meditation is also a process of healing. So unless you do not know yourself completely, as a doctor does not know what is the root cause of any disease, cannot cure the disease. So we need to firstly understand who we are completely. So innate part in the body, as I said, me and mine. So me and mine. Mine are so many things. My name, my family, my home, my job, my profession, my relatives, my friends, my house, so many things. My habits, my nature. These are the frequent words we always use throughout our life or day. So this is important to understand. This is not exactly me. This is what I am performing a role. Mhm. So who we are. human being. So let's come on the being part. We all are energies, Atma, the viable part which makes the body alive. Are you with me? Yes? Can we raise our hands and just, confirm me that we all are connected? Yes, thank you. So, as I said, that innate part who we actually are is inside, who is a master, a ruler, a driver of the body, is like a driver of the car. So, what is that? So, soul is nothing but an energy. Energy is something, you can say electrical energy, chemical energy. There are different types of energies in this world. So, we all are energies. Now, what is the importance of this? So, when the energy comes into the body, that makes the body alive. So, energy has its own significance. Many people comes to me and ask or show their interest in doing meditation. I often ask the question, in fact, to all of them, why to meditate? Why ones want to learn meditation? And the very often answer comes over is peace of mind. I need peace in my life. I want to increase my uh, concentration or the power to make our life better or to deal with the situation in a better way. These are the frequently answered things that why they want to do meditation. But who will make the mind peaceful? I said I want peace, but how that peace will come? So here the soul has three participants, as in the body has different organs. There are so many organs though, but there are merely five main organs of the body, five senses of the body, as we know: eyes, ear, nose, touch, and tongue. But are these organs work if the soul is not inside the body? If the energy is not inside the body? You must have seen or experienced a person dies when the soul leaves the body. The energy leaves the body, and that is the moment when somebody called this is dead now, it's left the body. Yeah, isn't it? So that part, that energy, the eye is still there, the ears are still there, every organ are still there, nothing changed. But what is changed? Everything has been changed then. It cannot open automatically, the eyes cannot open, ear cannot listen, people start crying, screaming, doing everything, but the body does not listen. Why? Because that energy is not there now, isn't it? So understanding the fact, accepting the fact, this is not actually who I am. Who am I? I am different. Yes, I am the master, I'm the driver of this body, but this is not who am I. Yeah? So I am different from this, what I look like. So that energy is me. So what is my inner self, what is my reality, realizing the self, accepting the self the way I am, and then reacting and behaving accordingly will actually bring change in my life, which I really, looking forward for. And that's what we'll be discussing, onwards throughout the session. So this is the basic fundamental. This is the first base that the whole story, the whole session is based upon. Okay. Now, when I understand that I am a soul, I am energy, I'm not the body. So what is my real self? Let's say, for an example, if somebody say, I am a doctor, as sister said, I'm an engineer. But am I an engineer? Before that, as we discussed, we're souls. Yeah. So any profession, name, religion, nation, anything that is secondary. And primarily is what I am, is the energy. You know, people ask questions very often. Sister, we know everything. I understand this, but still, it's painful when somebody shout at me or somebody behave this way or that way. It's very difficult to make emotions or to control the emotions that time. Now, how to do it? It's very simple. It's very easy actually. But the very important is when you be into your primarily consciousness, when you just start talking to yourself, you will realize that most of the time you spend time into the secondary consciousness of being a wife, a mother, a father, a son or daughter, brother or sister or elder or younger or you know engineer or this status or that status or this level or that level or so on and so forth. So when I come back and realize that no, this is not who am I, and come back to this self consciousness, the real consciousness, and then perform the action, trust me, your 90% of problems will be resolved then and there. This is a very experimented thing that I'm telling you. It's not something a bookish knowledge. This has been experienced by myself, yes, and so many people who are practicing the meditation, and particularly this meditation. There are different types of meditation that been taught. Rajyoga is the one which include all of those meditation. You must have heard about Hatha Yoga, discipline meditation, where you need to do some pranayam or asana and so many things. Bhakti Yoga, faith on something that yes, this will happen. That is also included, or I would say, when you do or practice Raj Yoga, then it will also cover that. So, what is Raj Yoga? What is Raj Yoga meditation? It is made up of, again, two words, Raj and Yog. It's a Hindi word. So Raj means Raja, king. Now, who is king? So the king is the one who has the power to rule and control. We have heard our histories and seen so many king and their kingdom, how they used to rule their people, how used to they control their people. Is that kind of king that I'm talking about? No. Here, I, the soul, the energy is a king. And who are my people? Whom I actually need to control? Who is actually creating disturbance in my journey? Where actually the problem comes from? So let's say you see somebody doing something wrong, or not as per you, I wouldn't say wrong really, but something which is not really liked by you. You get upset. You probably become angry. So what is that organ, or what is that people who actually created the disturbance? So this eye, the ear that you hear from, that you see something from. So these are my people. These are my organs. These are my praja, who whom I really need to control and rule. So these organs, that is actually the root cause of all the problems in our life. Soul energy has three participants, three organs, I would say. One, mind. First is mind. Now, what is mind? What is the work of the mind? How do we need to control it? Is only suppression and saying don't do this, do that, or don't do this, or this way or that way? Is the instruction giving, is this the way that we need to control or rule, or is there any other way that we'll discuss? The second is intellect, through which we judge, we take decisions. You know, you must have seen somebody saying he's very intellectual, he's very intelligent. So how somebody become intelligent and intellectual and somebody is so dumb, isn't it? So this is what intellect, we'll come upon that. And the third is traits, sanskaras, habits. We often, or you probably heard saying somebody, you're not, he or she does not have good habits, ill mannered, or somebody is very well mannered as well. Yeah, these are the quotes that we give people around us. So three things: mind, intellect, and traits, that we'll be discussing. So mind has the work to think. Everything that is that you think about is being done through mind. Like everything is being seen by eyes. This is the work of your eye. So the same way, every thought that is created or generated is by mind. So mind has different types of thoughts. I hope somebody is getting the question in their mind, why we all are discussing all of this is to the reason is meditation is not only sitting in some posture and thinking of nothing. When you say to your mind to think of nothing, that is also a thought that you're giving to your mind. My mind, please do not think anything. So this is again another thought that I'm creating. So it is not actually possible for anyone to become thoughtless. Yeah. So what to do now? Somebody asked me a question once, sister, we understand this. I understand I should not be angry. I should leave my anger. But how? How to leave anger? When I say myself, आज मुझे गुस्सा नहीं करना, नहीं करना, नहीं करना. And I really realized that day that I had really been angry on so many things in that particular day. So how is it possible? A very simple answer. That person is actually a business person. So I said, and then coincidentally, a jewelry man, I mean, the person who is into jewelry kind of business. So I said, when you have to cut your, the diamonds, what do you use to cut that? Is any other equipment precise diamond is very useful? He said, no. I have to use a kind of diamond to cut the diamond. So here you got the answer. You need to use the thought to change the thought. It's just a replacement of thoughts. When you really want to not to be angry, you need to replace the thought of not being angry with I need to be peaceful today. Isn't so simple? It sounds simple, but honestly, this is effortful. So as I was saying, the mind has different types of thoughts. The mind has the work to think. So the first kind of thought the mind creates is negative thoughts. Then second, positive. Third is waste thoughts. Fourth is necessary thoughts. Another kind of negative thought, fifth, which is toxic thoughts, which is deep negative, which actually creates so much toxins in the mind, which actually leads to get the body, uncomfortable, which develop, diseases, right? And the very perfect thought is called elevated thoughts, which is the one level up to positive thinking, positive thoughts. I hope you all know what are these thoughts, what is negative thought, what is positive thought, what is necessary and waste thoughts, or do you want me to explain a bit? People who want me to explain that bit, I would do. If you really want, please raise your hand so that I will. Yeah? Yes? Okay, of course. So negative thought is any thought which is connected with any kind of negative feeling, any thought which is connected with anger, greed, jealousy, comparative nature. These are negative thoughts. And the waste thought, you know, is something waste, is unuseful. For an example, somebody says, "What were you doing?" "Nothing, just watching TV, just watching some videos, surfing on YouTube." Anything which is not actually useful for that particular time is waste. And this is the main problem in our life. Okay. There's very, small difference between waste and negative. We start with the waste thoughts, and it does not make us really realize, and we tend to get into negative thinking. As in, we probably started discussing something, what happened yesterday, and we start cribbing or talking about somebody who's behaving or acting something which has not really been liked by me. So this is where we need to really think what I'm doing. The third kind of thought is positive thoughts. So what is positive thoughts? Positive thoughts are any thought which is a resolutionary thought. Let's say anything happened, XYZ, which you didn't want to happen, but it happened now. Now, when you think about resolution, what is next? Now, what I should do? There, your positive thinking starts. The second way is to taking up lessons from what happened. Taking lesson from the past is another way to be positive. If you have trusted somebody and you got betrayal, then yes, you should keep in your mind and act accordingly in the future. That does not mean that doubting every other person, but it also means that you should not blindly keep faith on everyone. Because yes, we are living in the society or in the world where people are more of negatively affected. So the way of thinking is more of negative. So it is very important to protect ourselves as well. So taking up lesson from the past and thinking about resolution, now what is next, is the way to be positive in your life. The next is necessary thoughts. So necessary thoughts, as the word defines itself, is something is necessary to think to make it possible. Like you have to go somewhere, you have to reach somewhere. So you have to think and get yourself ready accordingly. Let's say you have to go to school, college, or office. By 10, you have to reach, and that is probably your login time. Then you have to get up early. You have to do rest of your work accordingly. And then go out from your house so that you can reach in time and log in. So necessary thoughts to generate is to, which brings that planning part. If you have to cook something, you have to think about it. You have to plan it. Necessary thoughts. Toxin thoughts, which I said deep negative, is thinking repeatedly, repetition of thoughts on a particular negative thought. Let's say something happened, or somebody misbehaved you, and you keep thinking, why, what if this person will do this again, or this or that. Hmm? I've heard so many people saying, I cannot forget this, I cannot forget that person did this 10 years ago. That person has probably done that 10 years ago, but what you are doing with yourself since past 10 years, who is more harmful? So this is very, very important to, keep in your mind, that what actually am I doing to myself? Am I not becoming enemy to myself? Please check. If really there is a case, check and change. And elevated thoughts is, again, the word says elevate. You must have seen elevators. What do they do? Hmm? They take you up. Yeah. So elevated thoughts is again the repetition of positive thinking. How repeatedly you are being positive in your life, it's helping you to take you to the elevation. And that is how you can also pull somebody to your level. And that's how you do a good deeds in your life. So these are the thoughts that this all generates in our whole, here in the mind. Yeah. So just check yourself, talk to yourself. What kind of thoughts I'm generating? In the beginning phase, you probably not be able to, you know, uh, check your thoughts, but yes, you can check your feelings. If you're feeling happy, if you're feeling energetic, that means something good has happened. You have sowed something good, some good seed there. But if you're feeling hurt, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling angry, then yes, there is some unwanted thoughts is been put inside. So it is very, very important to, check and change. That's why we also have some, way to take a pause in an hour for a minute, is to check and change, check and change. Because we ourselves in a creator of my own life. I can create my own destiny. So be aware of this. So this is the first participant of soul, of me, the real me. The second one is intellect. Intellect is decision maker, is to is the one who choose what to do. You've seen in your life probably every day. You sleep in the night, you wake up in the morning, and the very first thought comes in the mind, get up, or the other, 5 more minutes. Yes? And you choose which one, immediate to wake up or 5 more minutes. Let me sleep for another 5 minutes and then I will wake up. And that's how you come into the action. You either sleep or you wake up, you get up and do your work. So, intellect has the power to take decisions, and that is how you lead to making habits. Every human being has 5 different types of habits. So, how these habits created? That's what we'll discuss on. So, the first habit is generated by parents, which is called parental traits. Today, I would urge you, all of you, to check. You must have, seen this. So many of your actions or habits like your parents. If you have siblings, you see so many resemblance in your family. As your father or mother do, so as you. This is called parental trait. The second way is by surroundings. You make your friends. The kind of people you're surrounded with, you start behaving like them, which is called effect of companionship. If your companion is good, positive, it will affect you as well, or adversely. So this is another way. The second way to for any trait to be developed in me, in us. The third way is by our willpower, determination. How determined you are, how willpowered you are, you can change your traits. People, so many people who are, who start living any kind of behavior or habits which is there in them. Let's say somebody have an habit of smoking. Few people accept that. No, 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 it is not possible. But somebody take a determined thought and actually change it. India or world is full of so many people who have done wonders in their life. Our former president, Mr. Kalamji, or anyone, scientist, pilot. The Air India has a pilot who has saved so many people by their action. How they have become that? Are patriots. Bapuji, and so many people. There is just not one word. My inspiration, Mother Teresa. How has she become mother? So everything is here. How determined you are to do is how you are changing yourself. If you're not determined, then your words will be like this. I want to, I start, I do it for a day or two or three, but something happened and you're not able to accomplish that. So determination actually, bring that sanskar or the traits to change, the habits to change. Somebody is very disciplined or punctual. How? Let's say somebody once in the school, or probably you are one of them, you must have changed your habits. You must have your own experiences doing this. When we are youngster, teenagers, we have an habit of procrastinating things. Kal kar lenge, tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. But when you actually take a determined thought, now or never, I want this grade in my examination. I want this promotion. I want this position. That is the journey where you start changing your habits. You become more punctual. You become more active instead of being lethargic. This is how your sanskar, your traits change. And this is what we'll also furtherly focus on and discuss on. And the next sanskar, next trait comes from past life. Here, so many people have questioned, is there any past life? Is there any reincarnation system? So, in the beginning, we have discussed we are energies, and there is a law for energy is neither be created nor be destroyed. So, it's never change. The energy can be converted. You see, the electrical energy can be converted into mechanical energy or chemical energy, and so on, from chemical to mechanical and electrical. So there is only a conversion, a transformation. There is no destruction. The power is there. Is only the change is the quality of the power. Yeah. So the energy is still there. Is only changes the life from one body to another. There's so many examples of this. If you see in the family, if somebody, your kids, two children in the family, same parents, everything is all same atmosphere, family atmosphere, environment, parents' behaviors, everything is same. But if you see the child has a different habits, I'm not talking about the child being once grown up. I'm talking in the beginning phase of their life. when they are newborn babies, quite toddler, or even earlier than that. Their behavior different. Why? Why they are different? Because soul has some journey one has come from. One is very silent, calm, composed, and some other one is very naughty. This which we can see in children's, in their behavior. We can judge, understand, aren't we? Yeah? Yes? No? Are we all connected? Can we raise our hands and confirm? Thank you. Yes. So this is the one trait which comes from past life. And the last, not the least, is our own sanskar, own trait, the real trait that I'm going to emphasize on. Anything happens, somebody do anything, let's say somebody done some mistake or misbehaved to you or didn't do what you were actually expected. You probably being rude at that time or shout that person that moment, probably on your children as well, or any near and dearest one to you. But later on, what is your thought deep inside? Do you feel I shouldn't have done it? Do you feel bad on your action? Yes. Are we happy in giving something to the people around us or taking something? Can we answer in the chat box if anyone wants to? Do you feel happy while giving or helping people, or do you feel more happy while taking something? If you scold your child, true, yes, giving makes us happy by giving, helping. Yes, why this is there? Why do we feel more comfortable being peaceful? That's what we are looking for. That's what we all have. We all are collected together here. The reason is to get the peace. Why peace? If somebody has the habit of being angry, and somebody is very angry person, then why is not comfortable being angry throughout the time, throughout the day? He can be angry for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes, for probably an hour, but there will be a time come say, that's it. So we come back to the original. The spring has the nature, when you stretch it, it will be stretched. When you put pressure on it, it will be stretched. The moment you release the pressure, it will regain its own shape. That is our own nature. Our nature is peaceful. Our nature is loveful. We are comfortable being peaceful. We feel comfortable when we are being loved by people. Or as you all said, giving. is more comfortable because this is our own nature. This is who we are. That is a secondary thing. If somebody didn't do what I expected or he didn't XYZ, that is the secondary part. Then that is the pressure which changes our shape of being rude, of being angry on somebody. What is what is our real state of mind? We are we are comfortable in peace, in love. Here we have the answer. So coming back to the same question, who we are, who am I? I am an energy whose nature is peace. I am an energy. The real quality of me is loveful. Why we are loveful? Why we are peaceful? Then why we are looking for it? If sun or a river would ask for light or water, wouldn't be a very stupid question. It's something that they have to give and they are looking for it. But actually, this is what the reality. We are a peaceful being, but now we are looking for peace. The reason we have forgotten to use this. For an example, if you have something in your home, in your cupboard, and you stopped using it, slowly and gradually that particular stuff will go behind in the corner. Maybe people who work in the kitchen or anywhere, if you stop using things, it will gradually go to the place where you cannot reach out to that. And probably you'll find that, I don't have this, and you go out and then bring it, you go to the market and bring it, but this was actually inside. Here the answer, the peace is inside. It's not outside. We need not to go to the market and bring something good for me, and then how will be I will be happy. It's not something that if I will eat good or being praised by people, I'll be happy. I'll definitely be happy, but temporarily. Thing will be over. People will stop praising me. My state of mind will be again back to the same, because I have made my mind dependent on these things. This is how I have programmed myself. Understand, this is same like a science. My organs are the organisms. This is howsoever you will, fix it or program it, it will work accordingly. It's a very tricky thing, and it's very simple as well. It's on you. How do you manage this? If you manage well, the whole function work for the benefit of you, will support you. But if you do not well organize this will give you discomfort. Same like your house, your things around you. If you organize things, it will help you, it will support you to live better. But if you live with a disorganized way, then answer you have. So here the journey begins to how to organize it, to how to manage your mind, how to learn this art. Meditation is a 3-step process where we learn firstly we understand it, why I'm doing it, what is the benefit. You must have seen in your life or the children saying, if you say somebody sit here or don't do that, if you do not explain the reason, the logic behind it, the person will not get the, the push to do it from inside. It will not be empowered. So the boost is very important. So you need to understand why to do this. Mind needs a reason, a logic. Yeah. The second is experimenting. So unless you don't understand, you will not be able to put effort to experiment that. If you do not know what is the benefit of thinking positive, okay, people say think positive, think positive, think positive. But I've seen people who are doing wrong in their life, they are getting more benefits. People praise them. People who do wrong things, they get everything in their life. The perception, changes. So it is very, very important, firstly, to understand everything thoroughly. And the last is experiencing. So when you understand, then it will help you to experiment it, implement that in your life. And once you implement that, your own experience will force you or boost you to practice it more. So meditation is very important to go through all these stages, all these steps to follow. And I think we are almost done with the time, and we'll come to the question answer session. Uh, I'm almost done and will continue tomorrow for what I'm going to end it now. So just summarize all of this that we have discussed today is who am I? So I am an energy who's peaceful. What is my nature? My nature is loveful, peaceful. A small practice that you need to do, otherwise I could have taken a 2-minute session for the, actually the real time practice of meditation. But just a quick homework for all of you is today, just think yourself a person whose nature is peaceful. It is very important to talk to yourself. Say to yourself, talk to yourself, I am a person whose nature is peaceful. And then visualize how a peaceful person will react in any situation. I would urge all of you to please experiment this today, and we'll see the result. Om Shanti. I think we should open the bridge for question answer now.
Now you can ask your questions through chat box.
Niharika Didi, I would like you to experience soul, matlab today's soul experience to everyone.
Meditation.
Yeah, a small meditation, just to realize that I'm a soul.
Okay.
Then we will start question answer round.
Would there be any music or just plain?
No, without music only, just.
Okay. Okay. So let's do this for a few minutes. I will give you some thoughts, guidance, and would request you to just try to feel it. Whatever I would say, just try to visualize that. Okay? So wherever you are sitting, sit comfortably, but not in so much of relaxing mode that it needs to be attentive as well. Okay? Take a deep breath. Imagine yourself different from this body. I am a peaceful soul. I am an energy who lives in this body. I am a master of this body, like a driver in the car. I am a peaceful soul. While inhaling, the peace is spreading all over in my body. Feel that peace in you. My mind is being relaxed now. Slowly and gradually, my whole thoughts are stabilizing. With this thought, see yourself in your action. Imagine yourself. How do you wake up, do your daily routine work? See your actions, your behavior. Now bring this thought of being peaceful and bring that in your action. Look at yourself as your actions are changing.
You are unmuted now.
Now imagine and feel the change in the feeling of yours. The space is energizing myself from inside out. It's rejuvenating my powers. I'm becoming more lighter. My mind is relaxed and empowered. With this thought, I will practice this throughout the day. Om Shanti.
राखी बहन राखी बहन
राखी भी नहीं है।
चेतना बहन ओके
हाँ जी। Now, anybody ask their questions one by one, unmuted herself.
There is some questions in chat box also. You can
Yeah.
check it.
Yes. So the first question here is, when you do good things, then also the other person continuously criticize you. How to be peaceful? Okay. Sister Meera Haloni. Sister Meera,
Namaste.
namaste. See, this is something that you need to first keep your mind clear. You see, there are two actors. One role is always different from another. When you try to compare each other, you'll always be into pain. Okay? So here, this is a bit effortful, I would say. But you actually...
लिक्विड दूं रियाना इधर नहीं वो कच्ची बोला है तो इधर साफ करने पे
Could you please mute yourself? So when you actually, start putting effort to bring this, implement that into your life, you feel that change. If you are doing good things, then trust yourself and God. We all are getting everything by God. Every action that we are doing, we are getting the result of that. What the other person is saying to you or criticizing you, when you expect in a subtle way that if you do something good for the others and they should behave this way, then you have actually created problem for you. कहते हैं नेकी कर दरिया में डाल. There is a saying. My grandmother used to say this. So importantly, what you are doing is definitely been seen by God. There is always, we say, everything we are been got in our life, we are very grateful to God because God has given us, not the people around you. They are not givers. They're not giving or making your destiny, are they? So this is very, very important that you need to talk to yourself. Then this criticism will not affect you. The beginning phase will, yes, it will be effortful, challenging, because we have a tendency and habit, as we discussed now, of being disappointed by or being hurt by their words, because in a subtle way we expect them to be to behave the way we want. So when you just take yourself out of you once, you feel the change, you feel that freedom, the wisdom, that empowerment, and that experience will help you to be better. And this is how your real independence will come. Try it out. You're welcome.
आवाज नहीं आ रहा है आपका?
सिस्टर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है, अनम्यूट कीजिए अपने आप को.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, yes, so the question was, how can I keep myself away from chaos, negativity, stress of day-to-day life? See, everything is external. When you are in a boat and when the water comes in the boat, then there is a problem. When you let the water outside the boat, It will help you to flow or to bloat better. So the problem comes when you actually bring that thoughts and when you let them affect you. So this is again, you need to practice this. Things are happening. You need to be bit of detached of things. It is happening. It is there. It will remain same. What I need to do. So when you remember in the session I said, somebody asked me, and I'll just repeat that. That is a very wonderful question, and the answer, I really think it is important everyone to implement in your life to come out of such negativity, is when you have to cut any diamond, you need to use a diamond. So to come out of any negativity or to be not affected by any negativity, negative surroundings, you need to use a very positive kind of thoughts. You need to replace the kind of thoughts which is running inside. And this will happen when you bring that regularity in positive thinking. Spirituality will help you. And this is what we do in Rajyoga. So Rajyoga meditation is a process of learning and bringing that positivity, which will help you to remain in such negative situation and not being affected by that.
Thank you.
Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. So next question, I don't know, it's not the name written here, it's read me to everyone. Could you please explain with a quick example of the difference between toxic and negative, positive and assertive? Are you referring to thoughts?
Yeah, yes, yes. This is Abhishek. The question is in my name, Abhishek. Actually, you have given five thoughts. Yeah. So I just would like to understand what is the difference. I'm not the difference. Like just a quick example, if you give
Okay,
toxic
brother. Of
and
course,
positive.
of course. So the negative thoughts are when you're thinking about anything like fear. What will, if this will happen? What if this will happen? The kind of fear. This is one example of negative thought. Or the feeling of insult. This person has done this with me. He should not have done this. This is negative thought. Toxic thoughts are something, a very repeated kind of negative thinking. This person has this habit. You're hurt, something happened in 2 years ago, or 3 months ago, or 10 years ago, and you keep thinking about it. He has done this with me. He's like this. The person has same behavior. I don't like him. He's very much like this. So anything which you keep repeating in your mind again and again and again, that is a toxic thoughts. Okay,
Yeah.
Abhishek ji, are you with me? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the positive thought is resolutionary thought, thinking about solution. Okay, this has happened now. Anything wrong has happened in your life. That happened. Now what is next? So thinking about resolution. Somebody came to me in the very recent days. People are being fired in their work job places. Something happened with one of the brother, and I mean the airline is one of my older friends. And he was like, what will I do now? This is actually a very tough situation, tough time. But thinking about that, would this suffice the resolution? I mean, the situation, would that take you out from the situation? Would that take the job back? No. So one needs to think about the solution. This has happened. What is next? This is how your mind will grow. the power of this mind, through which somebody become Einstein, and through which somebody become an astronaut, or Sunita William, or somebody very good. So how the power comes is to face with a situation. If you let your mind to grow, then the power will come, and you will be overcome any situation. I believe nothing is permanent in the life. Everything changes with the time. If good time has come, it will also goes. If bad time has come, it will also pass. So do not stuck with that. So positive thinking is resolutionary thought. When you look for the solution, okay, and again taking up example, the lesson from the past, as I told you, if somebody has betrayed you, distrust you, then you need to accordingly uh, react in the future. Take that lesson, use that in the future. That is called positive thoughts. Assertive thought, it is a part of negative thought, but I would say dominate somebody, saying somebody with the, sorry, assertive thought is not a negative thought, I'm sorry. Assertive thoughts are positive thoughts. Assertion is with the dignity and affirmation you're saying, not being angry and uh, affected with the situation. Being assertive is like a being formal. If this something has to be done, it has to be done. There is no if but there shouldn't be any kind of
Dedication.
negativity in that. You should not be very much negative, or being kind of dominating, and that is what you being assertive. Just being simple, what is disciplinary action needs to be taken is a assertive thought. Okay, Abhishek ji? Abhishek bhai? Abhishek bhai, can you hear me? Am I audible, people?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
I think we've lost Abhishek bhai. I think that suffices the answer question.
Yeah, thank you, sister.
You're welcome. Any other question?
Sister Niharika, you can take next question.
I do not see anything in the chat box now. Somebody.
If we are good to all, some are taking advantage of me and treating me like doormat.
Okay. Here it is important that you keep yourself balanced. Extremity of everything is not good. You should not be so much humble. Everything which is an extreme is not good. If there is a rain, and if it is an extreme, it brings flood, right? So if you're being loveful, then you need to bring the discipline with you, the love and law, the balance of two. So that is called self. Is the voice echoing? Hello?
You?
Hello?
And sister, you can continue.
Okay. I thought I lost it. Okay. So you need to, your self-confidence needs to be maintained. Should not be too much with everything. Do what is your part, but do not let anyone rule you. Yeah. Jyoti ji, is your question answered, or do you want anything me to add on? I see the hand raise is Jyoti ji. Sister Jyoti, is your question answered?
Yes, sister.
Many times it happens, I don't hold any ego, and I accept the situation, and I'm very humble. But later on, I feel bad that people are ruling on me.
Yeah. So it is very important, sister, that keep the self balanced. Do your part, but do not let anyone to rule you. So
including
that's
including the
Mhm.
family members.
I know.
If I have a
I
fight with my husband or my daughter, I cannot stop talking.
see it's not really being stopping the conversation between you and the family member, but you need to maintain the gap where the self respect comes. You need to respect yourself the way you respect others. If you do not respect yourself, no one will respect you. And when you lose your own respect, your self motivation will be, it will lost, and the pillar will be broken. So it is very important to respect the self. Remember the first, what we have discussed today, realizing the self. I am something special. Yeah. Then everyone will respect you. It's not being rude or self-centered, but this is something, is a balanced life, and every balanced life is happy life. If you're sitting on the chair, the all the legs of the chair has to be balanced. If anything is up and down, it will not give you comfort. The same way, if you do not respect yourself, it will lastly comes in disappointment in your life and discomfort. So keep that.
Om
Okay.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. Okay. Pinky Jen, as a daughter-in-law, is it my duty for attending everyone? Because otherwise I'm blamed. Why even I have my likes and dislikes? Pinky ji, see, it is important to do what you want. And if somebody is blaming you for not doing anything, I think you should talk to the person who actually blaming you. When it is comes in the family life, especially in law's place, you should be open up with what you're thinking. No, it is not important that you have to do something, but if you're not liking anything to do, you need to make the other person understand as to why you do not want to do. And also it is important how what kind of relation you want to keep with the other person. Do you really want that the relationship between you and the other person is healthy, comfortable, or you're okay with that? If you're okay with that, then you can just being you know and just do not do anything what you don't want. But if you really want that relationship being healthier, then you need to have a conversation, a clear conversation. And I believe if anything is been done with a clear heart, the other person will definitely understand. Okay. Can you hear me, Pinky ji, sister? Yeah. Sister Pinky, is your question answered? Sister Shruti, do you want to add on something on this? We have Sister Shruti as well, and
No, she left out.
she left. Okay. Is any other question? I see two hands are raised. To Any other question? Sister Chetna?
आई थिंक दीदी सेशन आज ओवर करते हैं ये
Bishop, bilkul.
है?
Thank you everyone for joining. Hope this session is useful to you and you have gotten some benefits out of this. I would urge all of you to please practice what we have discussed today so that we'll get some benefits. Otherwise, we'll not be able to get the benefits of this and what we are actually looking for. And yes, that is it.
Thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome.